mandate states that it serves the people of Toronto by ensuring the transit system is reliable, safe, and prepared for the future. To that end, the Commission is responsible for planning and coordinating all TTC services, constructing, maintaining, and operating the system, and expanding services and facilities where required. Honorable Transit Commissioners, thank you for hearing me today. I'm going to take the opportunity to speak to you about two items during this deputation, including the 41 bus lines on the chopping block and the future of the Transit City LRT program in Toronto. First, I'm here to implore the Commission not to reduce the number of bus lines being used. Although I'd like to thank the Commission for coming to their senses regarding the lines they decided to save, I am suggesting that there must be a more suitable solution to the funding problem than abandoning thousands of commuters who rely on those routes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always assumed that TTC is a public service. Yet, reducing the number of lines available to commuters is surely not in a public service. Forcing riders to walk close to a kilometre an additional distance simply to catch a bus late at night is surely not the better way. This is especially true of Route 124, which serves Sunnybrook Hospital, as well as York University's Glendon College, of which I am an alumni. It is also close to the CNIB and Gloryview Children's Rehab Center, Route 124. Secondly, I would like to address the issue of the future of Transit City and the hundreds of kilometres of light rail transit lines being proposed. Now, I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan of former Mayor David Miller. However, I must admit that this legacy project of his was one of the most important initiatives ever planned for the City of Toronto. It had foresight, and it did not conform to the status quo-oriented ideologues of short-term-minded fiscal planners. Transit City planned for a longer-term preparation for Toronto's emergence into a truly global city. Transit services, including the 41 bus lines and modern initiatives, especially like Transit City, help reduce environmental pollution, provide mobility services to the increasing number of less fortunate, keep healthcare costs low, and most importantly, are helpful to the economy. For instance, Toronto loses up to $5 billion per year in lost productivity due to traffic gridlock. Transit services, including like the Transit City plan, will alleviate this loss in productivity. $5 billion worth, I just said. It will reduce sickness caused by air pollution, and it will provide a basis for inward direct investment for decades to come. This is because the two most important factors determining direct inward investment are both the education of a workforce and the infrastructure of a location. Further in relation to Transit City, democratically speaking, Mayor Rob Ford was elected predominantly by suburbanites on the basis of economic and fiscal conservatism. This is fine. Yet it is suburbanites who will surely benefit from the implementation of Transit City. And ironically, it is Transit City that is less capital intensive in the suburbs of Scarborough when compared to the number of new better served riders that will come from Ford Subway Plan versus Transit City. The numbers quantify this claim. I've done some calculations relating to the costs versus the increase in the number of better served riders, something that's not been publicly done yet. And it's fairly obvious in terms of capital intensity that in Scarborough, where a large proportion of Ford's votes came from, Transit City is much more economical. Approximately 150,000 new better served riders will be served in Scarborough under Transit City's initiative in the East End, versus only 60,000 new better served riders expected from the new subway plan being promoted by Mayor Ford. That's 150,000 versus 60,000, a 90,000 rider difference. Moreover, the subway plan in Scarborough will cost about $6.2 billion, while the cost of the East End portion of Transit City will cost about $4.25 billion. Or 25% of the total $17 billion Transit City project. Put another way, for each new rider served, for each new better served rider under Ford subway plan, it will cost $103,333 in capital, while Transit City's Scarborough portion alone will cost only $28,333 per new better served rider. Therefore, in terms of capital intensity in the Scarborough suburbs, where the debate relates to, Ford's plan is 365% more capital intensive, while it doesn't even come close to providing the same level of service. It's a ridiculously misguided idea that detracts from the economic benefit that is sure to come from Transit City. In summation, in order to be truly fulfilling the mandate of the TTC Commission, as well as for the benefit of societal public service, I must strongly urge the Commission to ensure that the 41 bus lines are not cancelled. Perhaps a nighttime fare differential could be implemented, or ensuring some sort of special considerations. But anything to save those lines. But more importantly, for the benefit of the efficient use of my tax dollars, I vehemently urge that Transit City be followed through with as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. The next deputy